One day you have a job, a steady paycheck, and a plan. The next you're packing up your desk and wondering where to go from there. What it feels like to lose a job, how to find the courage to start over, and what it really takes to go from employee to entrepreneur. This conversation is full of encouragement and practical wisdom. Hello, and welcome to the Just Like Angels podcast, where we share real stories that inspire, empower, and remind us that life's biggest challenges can often become our greatest opportunities. I'm your host, Janna Johnson, owner of Just Like Angels Childcare Center. Today's conversation is for anyone who ever had a setback that made them question what is next. One day you have a job, a steady paycheck, and a plan. The next you're packing up your desk and wondering where to go from there. For my guest today, Schlisa Gaines, the moment didn't become the end of her story. It became the beginning of something even greater. Today, we're talking about what it feels like to lose a job, how to find the courage to start over, and what it really takes to go from employee to entrepreneur. Whether you're navigating an unexpected career change or dreaming about starting something of your own, this conversation is full of encouragement and practical wisdom. Let's welcome Schlisa Gaines to the show. Welcome. So you and I go way back. And we both have one thing in common. We both got fired from the same place.
Sure did.
We both got fired from the same place. But I promise that was probably one of the best childcare experiences that I had, and I was new to it. And I remember when you walked in the door and we just clicked. We just clicked 100%. And I was like, oh, we about to have fun in here. We about to have us a good time. And we did. And it didn't last long.
And we got fired.
It didn't last long. But it was something about an experience that I think brought us here today, because we never really we never stopped contact. We never lost, stopped talking to each other. And we kind of build from there. I think it kind of pushed us to, of course, where we are now, both entrepreneurs, both doing amazing in our careers and owning businesses. But just touch a little bit on, I guess, from the start and how that impacted and, where you are now.
Right. We go way back. And I think what connected, because I do remember us having a conversation about how we want our own daycares, how we wouldn't do this and how we wouldn't do that, and what it was going to be like. And then we, even though we did go our separate ways, we both fired.
You're right.
But I remember, first of all, I've always wanted a preschool. I always wanted a preschool, not a school, but a preschool. And I can't even remember how the conversation came. And you was just like, hey girl, no, I saw you were looking for a VPK teacher. And I was like, sure. And then it went from there, and you was like, I'm leaving this building. You want this building? I was like, yeah. And it just went on from there. And I think
so you skipped some steps. So we worked together first.
Yes.
And then
we worked together again. Yes, sure did. We worked together at Bud Bell. And then
you left. You
went on by my merry way, as they told me to. And then I saw where you were hiring for a VPK.
Yeah.
And I worked with you then, worked for you then. And then that's when the little yellow building. Yeah. And then you just kind of took me under your wings and kind of guided me and helped me to just not lose focus and to keep doing, because I saw you, but I think you had already had your home daycare.
I had a home daycare first.
Yeah, you had your home daycare first. And then when you left, you just kind of left it right, kind of set up for me, and I just took off from there.
Yep. So when I moved from that building, you took over that building, so I moved where I am, and then a couple years later moved right down the street. Still right beside each other, almost 20 years later, still beside each other, and we're doing amazing things in the community that we are in. And even though our schools are a mile apart, we'll still call each other. Hey, you need some students?
Yep.
Hey, you need a teacher? Hey, you got this, you got that? And we're not like in competition with one another.
Not at all.
We've never been in competition with one another. It's all about building each other up, helping each other. If I'm weak in the area, I call you, hey, I need help, You call me. So it's like a childcare sisterhood that we have.
Exactly.
We also have another thing in common. We're both single parents. And we started our business pretty much by ourselves, in a sense, and raising our children while growing our business. So, they heard my story about me and being a single mom and raising my child and having a village. So how was that for you, being a single mom, starting a business? We both know how it is in the beginning, and you're like, oh my God, but you have 2 children. So how was that experience for you, going from a job, like you said, paycheck, and then, oh my God, I'm starting my own business, and having 2 children to take care of while starting a business? How was that experience for you?
I think the greatest thing that, other than my earthly family helping me, friends and family, I just never lost faith, because I always wanted a daycare, but a preschool. I'm saying preschool because I don't have no daycare. I got preschool. Right. But I had, at that time, I think my son was that was 2015 when I first opened. So I do know that my son was in middle school, I think, and my daughter was in high school. So, and then I'm going to share a little bit of something else. When I started my school, I was on Section 8. I was on Section 8 when I started my school, and I was receiving assistance. But I was like, I want this. Right. I really, really, really want this. Right. So, and I just stayed focused, and I just had to do what I had to do. And I think because my kids realized that was my dream, and that's what I really, really wanted to do, they just stuck by me. And they both work with me now. My son is my floater, and he's 24, and my maintenance man, and my daughter, yes, and my daughter is my director. Great. And now I got a grandbaby, so she'll be the new owner. I know that's right. But yeah, I always wanted, I want to leave them something. Right. I want to make sure they're secured. I don't want, you can get into a lot of things about how you started and things you had to do to get, because I lost a lot.
Talk about it.
To
everybody don't know. They just see the owners driving Mercedes.
Okay.
But they don't know really what we had to go through to get to that step. Like, so just like you said, you was on Section 8. Like,
yeah, I was on Section 8, and I never forget when I went to recertify, and I had just opened. And the young lady was like, well, you're making good money. And my rent, I never forget my rent where I was. Nice apartment. Yeah. Was like $1,500. And she was like, well, we only gonna give you like $35. She was like, go for it. She was like, don't let the system work. Yeah. Go for it. Yeah. So I did what I had to do. I lost my car. My car got repoed. But I was like, okay, God.
When you started your school?
When I started my school. Wow. When I started my school, because I started from scratch. Right. Like, I did fundraisers. Yeah. I did car washes. Yeah. I saved my income tax just to make sure I could get my daycare, my preschool. Right. My preschool how I wanted it. Right. And I don't like working with people like that. So because I want my school how I want my school. Now I'll take advice and all that kind of stuff, but my business is my business. Right. Nobody's gonna love just like angels like you. Right. Nobody's gonna love all my children like me. Nobody's gonna love your business like you. You. So I just did what I had to do, and I just told my kids, hold on. And they smiled through the whole thing. Really? And when my car got repoed, it was like, I don't really even know if they knew my car got repoed. I don't know. Wow. But
so what did you do? Like, how did you maneuver with your car being repossessed?
Well, at that time I was dating a guy that sold cars. So
I remember.
So I was like, bruh,
I need a car.
So it took me probably about 2 weeks, and I got another car. It wasn't the car that got repoed. Her name was Sky. Okay. But it's still, but I knew I was gonna lose a lot of stuff. Yeah. To get where I needed to be. And I was okay with that. And because the word is the weapons will form, but they won't prosper. So I know stuff is gonna form and things are gonna happen. Right. but I just know it's gonna be okay.
Right.
Because I came from, not that we were poor, because we weren't,
right.
but ain't nobody give me no money. Say, hey, girl, go open this daycare.
Right.
And a lot of people did not believe in me because I lived in South City. Because I worked for, other people. And that was another thing that boosted me too, because I worked for a lot of daycares. I worked at Head Start for a very long time. I worked for a lot of, I think my first daycare job was in 98 to Cozart. That's her name, Cozart. I can't remember the name of her daycare, off of Allen Street. But I remember working at this last daycare that I worked at on Mahan, and I worked for this lady, and she was like, you could run my school. And I ran her school.
Really?
She just gave me that opportunity, and I did it. So I started saying,
I could do this.
Yeah. I could do this.
Yeah.
So I almost settled back into,
being comfortable working for somebody, because you know that paycheck was going to come.
And I knew the paycheck was going to come, but all the other stuff was
you
no
don't have to worry about,
And I could do this. So I almost slipped back into that. Well, I can run her school. That's her school.
And I don't have to worry about it.
And I ain't got to worry about nothing. Then she sold the school. Some new owners came in. I think that was the most hurtful job.
Really?
In the childcare business, because when the new owners came in, they brought their own director.
Right.
They brought their own director. They brought their own crew. And it was like a slap in the face. So I was like, okay. And because I was a director,
right,
the ladies that worked with me under me was, they kind of had this, she thinks she all that. So now it was like, now what you gonna do?
Oh,
so it was like, but that worked out, in itself. And I left there. I probably went to you after that. I think that's what happened. And I just didn't lose faith. I got discouraged a lot. Yeah. But I definitely didn't lose the faith.
Right.
Yeah.
And I talked about times when I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's too much. And in that beginning phase, it's like, because you've been open 11 years, right? And I'm 15. We were literally right behind each other. And it was some times where I'm like, I don't want to do this no more. I'm tired of these little $700 a month checks. What am I going to do with this? Look, I didn't have children at the time, so it was just me. And I was just overwhelmed, per se, with running a business. We don't really think about, like, I want to own my own business, but we don't know when you got to run your own business. Right. You can't go to the boss and say, I need a check. I need a advance. You get what's left over.
That's right.
After everything is paid for, and that's all you get.
Yep.
So it was sometimes like, no, I'm not used to this. I want my every 2-week check. I want my benefits. And I don't want to have to deal with all these people all the time. Right. The parents, the staff, and the ELC and the DCF, and I have to deal with all this stuff. And I'm
food
like,
program,
food program, and anything else that comes along with it. So I don't know if you went through those times of not giving up, but just it's too much for me. It's overwhelming. And I'm doing this by myself. Again, we single. I'm doing this by myself, even though we have family, that come along. But in the instance, this is ours. But then again, you don't want it to fail. But then again, I'm tired. Right. I don't know if you went through that. I know I went through that a couple times where I don't want to do this no more. Definitely
in the beginning, because like I said, nobody just dropped me any money. So I definitely didn't make any money in the beginning. So it was, I'm not making money, but I had to make sure, and because I was so small, I had to make sure that the 3 ladies that were working for me were getting paid. But I also had to make sure they were getting paid enough so they could take care of their families and not leave me where I was, because I was literally right here like, ooh. Yeah. But I I got to give credit where credit is due. The young man that I was seeing at the time, he made sure that was good for me and my kids. But it was like, oh my Lord, I ain't making no money out of this. I ain't doing this. And I don't know if this is off topic, but I hate when people say, oh, you the boss, you got it. Girl, no, I don't.
I think that's people love to say the business owners, they have money. But really, baby, we over here on a wing and a prayer. Yes. And a mustard seed of faith.
Because them same bills I got at home, I have at the school.
I have at the school.
I have a light bill, 2 light bills. I have 1,000 insurance policies on
Yep,
my school. So it's like, whoa.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. What I have at my house, I have at my school.
That's
now,
true.
it is, God has blessed me.
Yeah.
But it took me a minute to get there. And I have to, being in the business 11 years, I think the last 2 or 3 years, I have been like, I'm going to live in my blessing and not feel bad about me working hard to get where I am.
Yeah.
Because you could say, yeah, you the boss, she got it.
I do. But I worked to get here.
Doggone showing up right.
And those same people don't understand the sacrifice we put in to get to where we are, because we see schools open and closed
all the time.
Every day. Every day. And it's not that I don't know what their circumstances are, but it may have gone to that point where I don't want to do this no more. Or this little bit of money ain't gonna pay my bills. Or I don't have the staff, I don't have the kids, or whatever the case may be. So I do walk up and down my building when I'm by myself, because I can think. And I'm like, I'm really blessed to have this building, because a lot of people, they close their doors every day.
Yep.
And every day. And I think it's more frequent now that schools are closing for some reason.
Yeah.
And if you look on the like the Facebook groups and the Instagram groups with the childcare providers, they're struggling. And these business owners,
I see that a lot.
I've been over 25 years and I'm just done. I don't know what to do anymore. So it's a lot of people that are at that point where, and it's crazy, because even 25 years later, people are saying, I'm done.
Yeah. This is definitely not something for the weak. Being a boss of anything, but definitely a boss of other people's kids.
Yeah.
Other people, livelihood.
Yeah.
On top of your own, and then you have your own kids. You have your own things that's going on. So it's definitely not for the weak.
It's not,
and it's not easy. You gotta, if you want it, you got to go get it.
You sure do.
You have to get it.
You have to. But when you're there, you can't get complacent, and you can't. I'm good now. I'm what I know, because like that, staff could leave, kids could leave, parents unhappy. So we're continuously, what can we do to make our school better? What can we do to make our program better? What can we do for our community in the area to make it better, so we can eat, so our staff can eat, so our parents continue to come to us, and we do have successful businesses, thank God. But we definitely started from ground zero. Started from ground zero.
From the bottom, yes.
To get to where we are. And it was one thing that I took from when we were working together. I always wanted my staff to have relationships how we had. So where you could look back at that person, you could continue to grow with that person, you can still call, even if it's not about childcare. Girl, what you doing? We just, whatever, just have a regular conversation to people that you trust. Because sometimes we are in this thing alone, in a sense, kind of, sort of, because don't nobody understand the struggles. They see the pretty, they see what we drive and all that stuff like that, but they don't see the ugly that comes with it. So I do pat myself on the back. I don't boast and brag.
Right.
I know what we came from, and other business owners come from, and people that have come under us that we have motivated or mentored. Because we know the struggle. We know the struggle. But 11 years later, what do you think? What do you think were some of your, I guess, not weaknesses, but besides your faith in your kids, that help push you to get to this point to where you are? Or what do you see yourself going the next 11 years? I mean, the next 5, 10 years.
I'm kind of teeter-tottering between, do I want to buy a bigger building? I'm still on the fence with that. But I think one of my downfalls, and I always, like you said, my staff, I always talk to my staff. I always try to be good to my staff. And I never tell my staff, I could do this by myself.
Absolutely.
Because you can't do, I don't care what kind of business you got. You cannot do it by yourself, because somebody has to buy your product. Somebody has to spend their money so you can make money. Right. Regardless of what kind of business you have. So I always try to have an open mind and not forget that I was on the other side.
Absolutely.
And I always tell them that we work together.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I hate to pull that boss card, but I'll pull it.
Right.
If I have to.
Right.
But that's very rare. But I think that in the next, hopefully, so my goal for 15 is to have a bigger building. I still want to be on the side of town that I'm on. I definitely.
That's funny that you say that. I don't. People look at we on the south side of town, but I absolutely love being over there.
I love it.
I enjoy the parents.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them a little rough.
Hey.
But they get a sense of I can trust somebody, because you don't know where some of these families come from. Right. They don't have people that they can trust.
Right.
So they have a sense of I can trust this school. I can trust the teachers. I know my babies are safe throughout the day. So.
And we're not just babysitting.
We're not babysitting. They're learning
a lot of stuff, and they're learning. And we take them places. They go on field trips. We introduce them to other people, and they see.
Right. They eat good. They're clean. They're learning. We got gardens. Like we offer a lot, and I think that the misperception of the South Side, but we have some really good schools over there. I think because you have owners that care.
That's right.
We care about our kids. We care about our families. We care about our staff. So the fact that we care and we just not, y'all make me some money and I'm going to go on about my business. But we are actually at our schools.
Because I'm there every day.
We want to see what's going on. We want to make sure it's, good. But if we don't have to be there, we don't have to be there.
That's right.
And I think it's the passion that we have for what we built. Because when you start from nothing, you're like, no, this is my baby.
Yep, exactly.
This is my baby.
Exactly.
I built this thing, and I want to make sure that's continue to prosper. And one thing you said about treating your staff good, I went back to when we worked together, and I said when I started school, I would never treat my staff like that. And
I remember us having yeah, I remember her.
It was a couple of them. But I said I would never treat my staff like that. People that are actually, because these people weren't in the classroom.
Right.
We were in the classroom. And I'm like, how do you treat people that's actually in the classroom working with these children, making sure they're good? And we had some good teachers back then. Everybody was just great at that program at the time. I'm like, how do you treat the staff like that when you have an amazing staff at this school? And I said one thing when I started school, I never want my staff to think that I don't care about them.
Right.
Because you're going to lose. I don't care if you're making however much money. If we in childcare, our teachers we can't afford to pay them what they should be getting paid.
Right.
But if they're, I'm a strong, firm believer, if they are treated right, if they are loved, if they're taken care of, they're going to rock with you.
That's right.
Because they know that you care about them.
Right.
Miss Janna, I need, baby, I got you what you need.
For real, please.
I got
you.
Because I get it. And when we had those people that we knew we couldn't go to or didn't care about us. And I remember the day that you left the classroom, I was pissed. And they knew I was pissed. Because I'm like, what? So I said I would never, and I called in the next day because I was not going because I needed a mental day. They had pissed me off. I said my friend gone, and I was like, So I said I vouched and said I would never treat my staff that way. I would never talk to them down. I would never be disrespectful. I would never be mean, because these are the people that's in the classroom with these children. So if they're not mentally taken care of, emotionally taken care of by the people that own the school, they don't want to be there.
I think that's another blessing with how we run our daycare too, because we worked there. We experienced it as employees first, and then we versus get dropped in a business, and now you're trying to figure out how to run it. But we worked there first. We really, literally, like you said, started from the bottom. We worked there. We got to know the ins and outs, the do's and don'ts, what we will do, what we won't do, how it feels. So we, I think that's a blessing. I always tell people it's a blessing to be able to work in your passion. I'm truly working in my passion. So, but yeah, you just, and that goes with outside of, you just gotta know how to treat people.
You do. Period. Regardless. You
gotta know how to treat people, because that
it will stand by your side. And it will, if anything pop off, who messing with Miss Janna? What parent talking loud?
Please,
they will pop out that classroom and put their head out real quick. Like,
my staff coming outside, baby. They coming outside by Miss Lisa.
They be like,
and Miss Lisa going outside by them.
Right. But it's about respect at the end of the day, because they know we are not disrespectful people.
Right.
So if somebody talking loud to us, they like, wait, what's going on? Because I know Miss Janna and Miss Lisa don't get loud.
That's right.
So what? So what? They will open that door. You good? You know, but we don't have them issues often. But yeah, I'm glad you are one of the people in that area that I can talk to that say we good over here.
Yes.
We good in the hood, right?
Right.
We good in the hood. And I love it for our parents. I love for the people in that community.
It's convenient, and we offer quality care.
Absolutely.
It's loving versus schools that you just drop your kids off and you don't know what's going on, and they coming home looking one way and this, that, and the third,
and complaints and everything. Like, you're gonna have those people that just complain just to complain and just want to be nasty, and it is what it is. Pray those people away and they'll go away.
And that's at every school.
Okay. Right.
That's at every school.
Right. That's at every school and every place. But it's funny how it come full circle, because the school that we got fired from is right next door to me. Right down the street from you. So it was like, it's kind of come back full circle. It come back full circle. But
Never thought about that, but yeah.
Yeah, it come back full circle. They right there, I'm right here, you right there. And they, it's crazy because sometimes they do come over and they need favors from me. But see, most of them weren't there. They weren't there when all of that went down. But it's interesting. Yeah. And I go over there if I need, and then I have to monitor their school too.
Really?
Yes. So I go up in that smile like, yes, this is me. it's me. So, but I love it though. But it was a blessing in disguise that we met. That we got fired, what happened, and we're where we're supposed to be.
That's right.
But it was a great start. I learned a lot from there. I can't say that was my real first childcare experience, and a lot of things that were positive that I took from there, I implemented at my school now. So it wasn't a terrible thing. It was just, it was time for us to go.
Yeah. It was that boost, because you get comfortable. Yep. Gotta shake it up.
Yep. We got comfortable. Now it was cool. Like it was cool. So
cool, besides, friends, kids, cool. Just
it was a vibe. It was, besides some of the higher staff, but again, things happen for a reason. We learned, we lost, but then we gained as well.
That's right.
So
a big gain.
Yeah. But yeah, so I love that I have people to share this with, and that you get it. You get me, I get you.
Yeah.
We in it for the long haul.
Yes, I'm in it to the end.
Yeah. But it's an amazing feeling as Black, single entrepreneurs,
that's right,
bosses, business women,
and women,
professional women, that we can share our story, because I know it's a testament to other people that might think, I can't do this by myself. Or maybe you can do it.
Definitely.
You can do it by yourself.
With kids.
You can definitely do it by yourself. Get a good village, a good few people that'll help you. But it can definitely be done. Yep. We doing it. Yep. But I like some help, I ain't gonna lie. But
a lot of help.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But we getting it done. Yeah. But yeah, so as we wrap up today's episode, I hope Schlisa's story leaves you with one important reminder. Sometimes what feels like the worst moment of your life is actually the beginning of your greatest opportunity. Losing a job can shake your confidence, but it doesn't have to define your future. With resilience, faith, and determination, setbacks can become stepping stones to something even bigger. Thank you, Lisa, for sharing your journey so openly and honest with us today. And thank you to everyone listening. If this conversation encouraged you, inspired you, or reminded you that it's never too late to bet on yourself, be sure to subscribe to Just Like Angels podcast and on all major platforms. To learn more about Just Like Angels Childcare Center, visit www.justlikeangelscc.com and follow us on social media for more conversations, parenting resources, and stories that inspire. Until next time, remember, your greatest setback could be the very thing that leads you to your greatest purpose. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode of Just Like Angels podcast.